Are you watching this video right now with a slumped posture? If you are, then I want you to quickly adjust your posture to be upright, because doing so will cause you to feel more confident just by the end of this video. Why? Because, well, we all know that how you feel inside reflects in how you look outside, but did you know that the inverse is also true? How you look on the outside will affect how you feel about yourself on the inside. So just by adjusting your posture to feeling more empowering and present and excited, you will actually feel more confident about your body. I always believed in the idea of fake it till you make it until I read this book, Presence by Amy Cuddy, and this book changed my life because it helped me see that it's not fake it until you make it, but rather fake it until you feel it. So that is the basis of this entire video, which is posture fixes for body confidence. Now, I'm not talking about the postures that you take when you're posing for a photo, but rather what you're doing with your body for 18 hours a day, whether you're standing and working, sitting on your couch, whatever it is you're doing, how are you just naturally posed? Because what you do with your day in and day out time determines how confident you're going to feel in the future. So this video is all about those posture fixes for body confidence, and let's get right into it. For these posture fixes for body confidence, we're going to start with the top at the face and work our way all the way down to the feet. Starting with your face. When you were growing up, did your mom used to tell you, don't make that face, it might get stuck that way? Well, there's actually some truth to that. However you use your facial muscles, even when you're not thinking about it, is sort of setting them into place of how they are used to being used. And so when you're not really thinking about your facial posture, it is automatically going to that. And a classic example of that is RBF, resting blank face. Wait, what did you think it was? Anyway, RBF, resting blank face, is when you're not really thinking about what to do with your facial muscles. And maybe that's not how you want your face to always look. So let's think about a relaxed facial posture that feels confident. Actually, not entirely relaxed, more alert. So somewhere between totally relaxed and totally alert, we can find a good middle ground. So for me, it's something like this. I can hold my face this way for 18 hours and it's not going to make me tired, whereas being extra smiley does actually fatigue me, something like this. If you've ever taken family photos and you smile too hard for a full hour, you know what this feels like. It's really fatiguing, actually. So it's important to find a facial posture that is slightly more relaxed, slightly happy, so you feel that happiness, and certainly something that feels confident. For me, it looks something like this. Next, we'll move on to the neck and upper body. If you're feeling confident, your neck might look like this. But if you're feeling tired, your neck might slump down. And when you look like this, you can see that my chin is about the same height as my shoulders, and that already looks like I am tired and fatigued. So instead, I want to show confidence by raising my neck up, rolling my shoulders back, and making my chest proud. This might feel kind of funny to you if you're not used to posturing yourself, but if you do this throughout your day, you're going to actually feel more confident. Your decisions can be more decisive, you won't second guess yourself as much, and you'll feel like the person that you want to become. I'm going to guess that the strangest feeling of this posture is holding your chest upright and proud. And I'm not saying that you're holding your boobs out to get attention. That can certainly not be the effect that we want to have. And it's really the intention behind it that will affect your entire posture. But hopefully you know what I'm trying to say. You can hold your chest proud in an appropriate manner. Now with this upright posture, what do we do with our arms?
I felt like I was on a spaceship. And I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
It'd be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
I like to think of the utility of the arms, of how the arms allow you to extend to pick something up, to extend to put something down, and also to gesture communication. So we want the arms to be relaxed, to portray confidence, and also be nimble to do what they were created to do. Next, we have your abs. You might not think about your abs as being part of your posture, but it's highly important to engage your abs to maintain a good posture. I have actually shockingly gone up an inch in height This year, at the age of 32, just by practicing good posture and especially holding my abs tighter to elongate my spine. I know you're not supposed to get an inch taller in your 30s, but I'm not complaining. And I'm not selling this as here's how to get taller, but rather here's how to feel more confident. And any side benefits, well, let slide, right? Now we're moving on to the lower part of the body. And maybe I should have started here because this is actually the most important part of your posture. If you can get this right, this will naturally affect all the other parts of your posture. Starting with the hip bones. You need to have your pelvis slightly tucked, not overly tucked and not under tucked. An over-tucked pelvis is going to over-engage your abs and cause a natural slump position. But an under-tucked pelvis is going to push your butt backwards, which yes, will make your butt look bigger, but you'll also get a belly out of it and probably lower back aches. So I would say it's not worth it. A slightly tucked pelvis is going to allow for the full elongation of the spine because the spine actually ends at the bottom of the pelvis. However your lower spine is held is how the rest of your spine will align itself naturally. So make sure that your pelvis is just slightly tucked. With your spine aligned, we can move down to your legs. And I like to think of the legs as strong and graceful. Strong in the sense of it supports you upright if you're standing for hours, and graceful because the movement can be graceful from the legs. But this is where we can run into trouble because if you've never practiced posturing your legs, then your legs might just kind of be dangling, or they might look really firm and strong but not very graceful when you move. So I would recommend practicing in front of a full-length mirror to see how your natural movement with your legs are, and also how you're just naturally postured to stand. Are your legs looking strong and graceful? Which one of the two do you need to work on more? As you play with your posture in front of the mirror, you'll begin to recognize what you uniquely need to work on and how you can improve your posture to look confident and feel confident throughout the day. And lastly, we have the feet. You might not realize this, but feet are very expressive. They really show feelings a lot. For example, if you've been wearing high heels all day and you're constantly pulling your foot up at your desk, then it might show that your legs are very sore and tired from your heels. If you're tapping your foot, what does that show? It shows that you're bored. If you're hiding one of your feet behind one of your legs, what does that show? Maybe that you're bashful or that you're ashamed in this moment. See, feet are actually pretty expressive. So if you want to portray confidence, what are some good ways to stand? Well, I can tell you what's not a good way to stand. With duck feet. Duck feet looks childish and it can make you feel like you're kind of clumsy. But if your feet are pointed inward, I think the phrase is pigeon-toed, then that can also feel a little bit clumsy because you know you're not ready to walk forward gracefully. So instead, we want the feet to extend the feeling of the entire posture, and that can either be standing up, just feet straight on. You can have one hip cocked to the side, so one foot is positioned in front of the other. Or you can even stand with one foot balancing most of your weight, and this can look pretty elegant as well. Now there's not one right way to stand to be confident or to look confident, to feel confident. It really is up to you. So I would recommend practicing in the mirror, practicing some different postures and seeing how do you like to hold your hands to feel confident. How do you want to hold your face when you're not really thinking about it? Practice that slightly relaxed, slightly happy facial posture. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Every week I have a new video on style and body confidence in your 30s. And if you missed last week's video, that is clothing fixes for body confidence, how simple adjustments to what you're already wearing can make you feel more confident about your look. I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, take care.